So this is a quick guide on how to use Star Trek Attack Wing, the mod, the real deal. Simulator. The first thing that you do is you go to the workshop, you search Tabletop Simulator. This is every single thing that anyone has ever uploaded to Tabletop Simulator. And you type here and you say, all right, Star Trek Attack Wing. Look, there's successors. Also a great mod. But you go into Star Trek Attack Wing, you search that up, brings you here, you select subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you can host your own games. If someone else opens the game, you can join theirs whether or not you're subscribed. You go into games, Star Trek Attack Wing Automated, and load. It takes a minute to load usually because there are just so many assets. And boom, there you are. That's the mod. If you had subscribed to, let's say, successors, you would come over here. They're successors. I think it's a newer version than the ones that we're all used to. And it takes a minute to load. There we go. But we're not here for successors. That's just how you access different things. You can zoom in with the scroll wheel. You can tilt yourself using right click and moving the mouse. And you move left, right, backwards, forwards with W, A, S, and D. Or, you can also spin with the arrow keys. I just use right click to do it. To rotate something, you hit Q or W. So if I select this, drag and select, and then hit E or Q, it will rotate. If I need dice, I can click and drag. If I want multiple dice, I click, drag one, and then right click, because right clicking selects. So you can actually have a little bit of fun. Yeah, it can be a little bit chaotic, but that's where defense dice are. I'm just going to use and bring over a guy from a previous game. We'll just come on over into Klingon. We'll do standby torpedoes. There we go. Now we have 3 Klingon ships of a past fleet. Right here it has the card, its stats. So whenever it attacks, it gets 5 dice. Whenever it defends, it gets 1 die. It can take 6 points of damage to its hull, and it has 2 shields. It can also evade, it can target lock, it can cloak, and it can sensor echo. Evading protects you. Target lock allows you to re-roll attack dice that you want to re-roll. Cloaking says, when I am cloaked, that green number is a +4. So if this ship were cloaked, it would be 5 green dice that it would roll. And Sensor Echo says, I have extra maneuverability, and all those are different actions that you can take. So as we can see here, there are 2 shields for this ship, and they can stack. In addition, the other cards that are equipped to this ship, as you will also see, there are these little models here. So these models are what will be interacting on the field with other models, other ships. So let's say that this Vorcha and this Negvar are at odds, and we'll just get rid of this Burrell. You take a universal dial for each. The dial is how you will move the ships around the map. So you sync these up, you set up these ships, and now it will do everything that this ship can do. So this Negvar can flip 3, and so if we cycle through, these 2 things are linked forever now. And we want it to do a hard 2 to the right, or you can even have it flip. And it does it all for you. You would then right click on this ship and you would say, alright, 90-degree firing arc forwards. This ship is pretty clearly at range 1, 2, and in firing arc. In the opposite as well, the same thing backwards. So both these ships would be able to fire at each other at range 2, which would mean that they would both get 5 attack dice at each other. And whoever had the better captain skill would fire first, all that sort of stuff. If this ship were cloaked, it would get an extra 4 defense dice. This ship can also cloak. You can hit tab to put arrows, and you can also hold down tab to see distances of how far things away are, or you can use this as an indicator. If this ship were cloaked, it would get, let's say that this ship is firing at this ship, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack dice, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defense dice. Usually it's 1 defense die, but it's +4 because they're cloaked. So, they would fire first, and they would re-roll defense dice. 3 hits and a critical. Versus 4 evades. If it had been 1 less, let's say only 3 evades, it would be 3 hits, blocked by 3 evades, and 1 critical hit gets through. Critical hits are always removed last. Usually, ships have shields, but because this ship is cloaked, they are turned off. So this ship would receive 1 critical hit. Immediate receive a auxiliary power token, then flip this card face down. Right click, auxiliary power, and then flip this card face down. So critical hits are more dangerous because you read this side of the card. And so now this ship is crippled with a critical hit. It would also be able to fire back with 5 dice, scoring 2 hits, and this ship would get 1 evasive die because it is not cloaked. So 2 hits would remove 2 shields. I hope all this makes sense. WAS and D to move around, scroll wheel in and out, right click to turn, tab to pull these things up. And that's pretty much it. Games let you access whatever one you want. For instance, if you wanted to pull up Tamerlane Chess, you could do that. Thank you very much.